Bake Off winner, Sophie Faldo enjoyed a steamy fling with a toy boy 12 years her junior after pulling him on a bike ride to Paris. Pals revealed she had a boob job before seducing cyclist Stanley Kennett, 22. Bake Off champ, Sophie Faldo, can't keep her hands off lycra-clad former squad Stanley Kennett 12 years her junior. She was firmly in the saddle, showing him a wild side far removed from her straight-laced image on the Channel 4 show. Stanley told pals she knew exactly what she wanted. "I was totally under her control." Ex-Royal Artillery officer Sophie, 34, and Stanley met as volunteers on the Myeloma London-Paris ride in 2016. A pal said they hit it off straight away. Stan was briefly a squad, so there was a lot of banter about him messing about with an officer. Sophie and Stanley, centre, met on a charity bike ride to Paris in 2016. Pals revealed how straight-laced Sophie had a boob job on the second night after a boozy dinner. They were flirting and she said "He's all talk, no trousers" in front of the group. It appears he took her up on her challenge. Staff on the trip filmed the loved-up pair singing Queen hit "Don't Stop Me Now." Stanley mimed the lyric, "I'm a machine ready to reload" as Sophie rubbed his chest in the clip later put on YouTube. As most would recognize GBBO winner Sophie pictured with Prue Leith and Paul Hollywood. Sophie's new love, David Slattery, 24, was seen kissing her as she collected the Bake Off trophy on Tuesday night's show. The pal said she knew what she wanted and they certainly enjoyed each other's company. The group joked about every detail, especially as it was clear Stan wasn't in control. Sophie may have come across as a bit of a vanilla on Bake Off, but in truth she's a real wild child. Their passion raged on after they returned from France. Baking in it. Who is Sophie Faldo? GBBO champ and trainee stuntwoman Sophie Faldo crowned winner of the Great British Bake Off 2017. They flirted over the phone and she visited Stanley's flat in Worthing, West Sus. But it ended when Sophie fell for chef David Slattery, 24. He was seen kissing her as she collected the Bake Off trophy from judges Prue Leith and Paul Hollywood on Tuesday night's show. A pal said Stanley was crushed when Sophie explained about David. He thought he had meant something to her. Bike shop worker Stanley bumped into the couple at PMR at Joachim House Cycling Club's Bash in Kent last Christmas. A guest said Sophie and David were late and everyone cheered when they came in. Sophie and David then they looked over at Stanley. He and David didn't speak all night. Stanley's pal added he was pleased when Sophie won Bake Off, but he's still annoyed she ended up with David. This week The Sun told how Sophie is being probed for benefit fraud. She allegedly claimed single person's allowance while sharing a tube flat with David in Surrey. She denies any wrongdoing. Stanley refused to comment on the fling yesterday. Sophie's spokeswoman did not respond. Stanley told pals she knew exactly what she wanted. "I was totally under her control." Here's every Great British Bake Off winner and what they're up to now. Don't miss Paul Hollywood's new series A Baker's Life on Channel 4. Candice Brown, Jay Quickenden and Max Evans sign up for Dancing on Ice. Meet Prue Leith, who replaced Mary Berry on the Great British Bake Off. Meet Sophie Faldo, who's been crowned winner of the Great British Bake Off. Find out about Prue Leith's Bake Off gaffe and if shows have been spoiled before. Here's who won the Great British Bake Off 2017 and how the action unfolded.